Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. Today I am finally going to do a sales video with you, so I'm going to go through what I sold in August and I'm going to tell you everything that I sold in August because across eBay and Vinted it was about 30 sales, so there's not a huge amount to go through. Just going to pre-warn you, there's no bangers in here. It's all pretty much bread and butter or auction. But, you know, the sales are starting to come back through now. As I said in my previous eBay video, I am cracking on with listing now and I've already seen an increase in sales. So I'll probably do a September sales video when we get to October. And you'll be able to see, hopefully, a bit of a difference in the stuff that I've been selling. And hopefully I'll have to be a bit more choosy with what I show you because I'll have more sales than I did in August. So I've got my laptop here in front of me, so if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why. But I will just crack on and get going. And we're going to start off with an auction item. Well, it's an auction item that I actually got sent an offer on. So it's this Bowden ladies cream jumper. And I picked this up in Newcastle when I went to a reseller meetup in November. So I've had it for almost a year, but I don't know how long it's actually been listed for because a lot of my stuff I don't list until months after I bought it. Anyway, I was having no interest in it, so I put it on auction at a £1.99 starting bid, and someone offered me £2.45 and I accepted it. I paid £1.50 for it, so marginal profit, but it's gone. The next item is a Hobbs boucle tweed skirt, very office wear skirt. I'm pretty sure that I picked that up in one of the charity shops around Harrogate or Knaresborough. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I think this must have been on at £18. I sent someone an offer, I think 15% off because it sold for £15.30. That sounds about right. I wouldn't have paid any more than £3 or £4 for it, so, you know, happy with that margin. Not the most profit, but we're fine. It's all good. The next item is this Reese Mutu shirt. If you don't know, Reese has the name of the item in the label, the care label of the garment, which makes it really easy to list on selling platforms. So if people are looking for a specific item that maybe it's sold out in the shops or they're looking for a replacement, that's a really easy way to do that. Similarly, Jules do the same thing, Seasol, there's a few brands that do that. But anyway, this shirt had no interest on it. I'd had it listed a very good while. I bought this whilst I was still working in Harrogate, which is over a year ago. And this went on auction at a starting bid of £4.99. Similarly, with this next item, Ted Baker men's polo shirt. I bought that in a charity shop in my hometown for £3. I remember distinctly, and that also went on starting bid for £4.99, so marginal profit. This shirt also sold in an auction. This is a Champion shirt. I picked that up for £1. It went up to £2.99. I think previously I'd probably had it up at 10 or 12, and again, just no interest. And I put a lot of stuff on auction when I was trying to get my account up and going again and get back up there in the algorithm. This next item I'm much happier with. This is a pair of Phase 8 linen trousers. I got these off Vinted for £2 or £3. Had them on, I think, around the £25 mark, but took an offer at £21.25 plus shipping. So that was a really nice profit margin on those. We then have a Hobbs roll tab sleeve dress. This, again, charity shop purchase. I think I paid £5 for it, and that's gone for £14.99. I think I had it on at £20 and someone sent me an offer. Then we have a fat face jersey blouse top. Really pretty, floral print in this rust colour. It's a good size, it's a size 16. And that went at full asking price of £16 within a week of listing, so I was happy with that. Then we have another auction item. This is a little duo Liz Earle set of the Cleanse and Polish face cleanser. and some of the Instant Boost Skin Tonic, which is their toner. And this was a free gift in a Lizold that I'd purchased. Had it listed for quite a while. I think I started at 15, dropped it to 12, dropped it to 10, and no interest. So put it on a $4.99 auction, and it went for the starting bid. Then we have a pair of men's regatta swim shorts. I picked these up just because of the size. They're a 3XL regatta. Usually I wouldn't bother with otherwise, unless I was getting it for pennies. And these went for £6 and 5p. I had them on at a tenner. My shipping is £3.95. So someone offered me £6 and 5p so that they got shipping included for £10. And I was happy for them to go at that. I think I paid £1 for them. Not a problem. Then we have a monsoon top. This was a good size. It's a UK 20, and that went for the starting, asking price of £16. Again, within a week or two of selling, much like the Fat Face top. We then have the next William Morris collaboration dress. This was a size 16, so decent size, and that went for full asking at £20. Then we have a pair of Bowden ladies jeans. These are nice white jeans, size 14, so average size. Had them on at 15, and I took an offer of £12.50. Can't remember where I bought them or what I paid for them, but that's absolutely fine. Then we have a Phase 8 Batwing jumper in this really nice bold graphic, colour block geometric print. That I was quite disappointed by. I don't pick up much Phase 8 because it doesn't sell, and this is a case of that. But I thought it was a really nice design, and I thought someone would have liked it. So I had it up for quite a while. I think started it at 25, dropped it to 22, and then down to 20. And in the end, put it on auction, and it went for the starting price of £4.99. But, you know, as I've been saying for so long, I had such a backlog of stock that I was happy to see these items go in the end to make space for the new stuff that I was listing. We have another auction item, which is this mint velvet Petra dress, is what it was called. And this I picked up in Knaresborough, I remember distinctly. I think I paid either £3 or £4 for it. It was in I think it's a St Oswald's shop. It's a UK 14, and that went for starting bid of £2.99. Again, had it listed a while, but it just did not sell. We then have this vintage Eastex floral dress. This I picked up for £1 in the shop, in my charity shop in my town, where everything is £1. And I had that listed for a while around the 20 mark, and dropped it, and it sold for £12 in the end, which is fine. We then have a pair of men's ballet shoes. These I actually bought for myself from eBay probably 2 years ago. I remember I paid £10 for them. Never wore them, just didn't really go with anything that I wanted to wear. So I thought I might as well sell them because ballet are worth a decent amount of money. I remember I listed them at 45 to begin with. After a couple of months, dropped them to 40, and then ended up taking an offer of 35, which is absolutely fine because they were bought for me anyway, and I only paid £10 for them, so really happy with that margin. We then have another auction item. It's a pair of boys' Timberland boots. They were size 11. I picked these up in a Vinted bundle. I think they were like £1 or something, and often in Vinted bundles you need to buy a certain amount of items to activate the discount, and I remember that I bought these that by adding them they actually reduced the price of the bundle overall because it activated that discount. I don't pick up kids clothing much at all because I find it never really sells. It was similar with these, they just weren't selling, had no interest in them, and they went for the starting bid of £1.99. We then have a men's Chaps by Ralph Lauren shirt. It was like a walking style shirt, and this I listed it for either £12 or £13. I think it would be £12, but I sent an offer out at 15% off, so it went for £10.20, and that went within a couple of weeks of listing. Maybe could have got more for it, but it's not a particularly fashionable or popular style of shirt these days. We then have a pair of my dad's old lounge shorts. These are Adidas Climalite shorts, size medium. He wasn't wearing them anymore and was going to donate them to charity. So I sold them. I think I had them on at 15. and then someone wanted free shipping basically, so sent me an offer of £11 for 5p, so they got them with shipping for £15. We then have this Ruth Langsford dress. This I picked up in the charity shop in Acomb in York off the pound rail. It's her collection with QVC. And I remember at the time picking it up just out of interest to see if it was worth anything, and it wasn't. I had it listed for probably just under a year, no interest in it. Put it on a 99p auction, and it went for the starting bid at 99p. Few more auction items. We have this Eastex wool and cashmere blend coat. Really beautiful coat. It was a size 16, but it did have different patches of moth damage to it. So just never had any interest in it, and that went for the starting bid of £2.99. We then have a Bowden needle cord skirt. This is a size 16 patchwork design. That also went for starting bid of £2.99. We then have one of my nan's old jumpers. It's pure wool, but it's a really small size 8, because my nan's tiny. And I know that there is interest out there for vintage woolen jumpers, obviously higher quality, people liking a vintage look. But this wasn't a particularly vintage styled jumper, it was just an old jumper, and a small size, which I think stopped it from selling, so that also went for starting bid at £2.99. Now this next sale's an interesting one. There's some Dior Sauvage men's aftershave. This I got heavily discounted from the Dior website because I was buying some other things, and I bought it with the intention of reselling it at the time. I paid £70 for it, and it's a limited edition one with a box, the Constellations box, as you can see. And I started it at 125, and I had quite a bit of interest across both eBay and Vinted, but just no one ever bought it. I dropped the price and dropped the price and dropped the price, and eventually it sold for £75. So it's basically no profit in it whatsoever. I've broken even on that, so that's fine. I've not lost any money, but I don't think I'll be doing that again, because that is a really large amount of money to outlay and not make any profit on. It's not worth it. So anyway, got my money back. We're all fine. And the final thing on eBay that sold in September is this monsoon top that I had on at £15. It had been on for a month or two, and I ended up taking an offer of £10 on it plus postage. So that's now gone. So that's it for eBay. I'm just gonna get up my sales from Vinted, and here we go. I had 5 things that sold during August on Vinted. The first one is this fat face dress, a green floral dress. Had that on at £17 and took an offer of £13. Don't remember how much I paid for that, but it came from Vinted to begin with. We then have this pair of Vans cargo trousers. I picked those up for £2 or £3 when I was away in Cambridgeshire in April. So they were only listed for a couple of weeks when they sold, and they went for the full asking price of £15, which I was happy with, out of a couple of quid. We then have this pair of Ralph Lauren chambray denim shorts. They're a really nice, soft, sort of linen-y denim. And they were 100% linen. Had them on at 20 and took an offer of £17, so I was happy with that. We then have this Levi's belt. This came from Vinted. I think I paid about a £5 for it, thinking that I could get more than I did because it only sold for £13. I think I originally had it on at 20, had it on for a couple of months and very limited interest. Ended up dropping it to 15 and took the offer of 13. But, you know, still profit on that, still more than double my money, but not the best return. And finally, finishing on possibly my best sale actually of the month in terms of margins, we have this All Saints patterned shirt. This came from Vinted and it was £2 or £3. Obviously that's before buyer's fee and its portion of the shipping cost because it was part of a bundle. But I'm going to say this was probably £3 including shipping and whatnot, and sold it for £24. Had it on at 28. Sent someone an offer of 26, they came back with 24 and I took it. So yeah, margin wise, that's probably the best one of this video. And that is everything that I have sold during August. So like I say, already seeing a decent upturn in sales in September from my efforts with getting stuff listed. I've now got myself from the 160 listings mark to the 200 mark, including all the stuff that I've sold on top of that. So really happy with the progress that I've made in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, stick around for some more sales updates and more general eBay chit chat to see how I'm getting on. And I'm interested to see how everyone else is getting on as well, because I know so many people have been finding eBay very slow. So yes, I feel like I've gone at lightning speed through this video, but I didn't want it to be too long because I knew that I had 30-ish items to get through. But I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like and leave me a comment. And if you want to see more of this, then subscribe to the channel. I've not said that in a while. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon in my next video.